Hi, this is the Pink Girly channel. This is Lori, and I'm going to do a live stream, hopefully with live people. Just going to boot up my phone. I've had the never-ending task of straightening up my craft space, which I know so many of us are involved in. It's a never-ending process for sure. And I'm sure not everyone is like I am, but Barbara. Hi. Hi, Chili. I was digging through some stuff and straightening up, and I found this paper pack that yes, confession, I'm in the closet. No, I'm just trying to not have dead air until some folks arrive. So I was digging through and straightening up. And, while it doesn't look like I'm making progress, I really am. But I picked up a pile of stuff, and here is this Stamperia old lace paper that I forgot I purchased. And I've been feeling like putting a journal together. So I just thought, you know what? I'm going to put all that other stuff aside for a couple of hours and just allow myself to have some fun. Now, I'm hoping that I probably don't. Well, I can go get some. I'm hoping I have some baby wipes here because I'm thinking I'm going to need them. Anyway, I pulled out a little. Oh, I should ask how everyone is. How is everyone? It's sunny here in Jersey, and a little nip, a little chilly. Um, hubby's not home from work yet, so I thought I'd get started anyway. You just bought a fountain for your studio and added some fairy lights. Ta-da! Ooh, perhaps you will attract some fairies. I was enabled by Kathy Arbor to purchase. Now I don't have them here. Some books that she uses as inspiration when you want to draw sprites and fairies and whatnot. And apparently, I think I said this on another stream. Apparently, you can, buy fairies and sprites and have them live with you. And so I got this little cute little book. Now, what in the world did I do with that? See, little things go missing real quick around here. Oh heavens, I was just looking at it. I stack everything. I've got stuff piled, but I'm making progress. Making progress. Anywho, I'll probably run across it while I'm digging around for stuff. It's a cutest little book, and it's got where you can log in. When you feed your fairies, I think, and what kind of fairies and sprites might live at your house. Oh, that's wonderful. You girls should get your dog sleds up and running and visit. Did I see somebody say hi, Ange? Angie Brown's in the house. Hi, Ange. All right, so this is my paper pack that I found. And then I've got some other Stamperia. And I'm just saying Stamperia because that's what I think. That's what I think it is. Neighbors, won't you be my neighbor? Oh, that would be fun, girls. Texting. All right, so this is old lace. And as you can tell, it's browns and creams. So I'm going to do a flip through. And what I'm planning to do is earlier, I pulled out this little book cover where obviously I've gutted it. And I pushed it so that, let me see if I can show you on another book what I mean. Let me see if I can show you on this one. I think this will do it. This isn't empty. I don't know if it'll do it. No, this one's it's too tight. Let me get another empty cover. Because I didn't want to take the spine off necessarily. I mean, I could, but I didn't really want to do that. Oh, let's see. Can I show you this one? Yeah, I think. Of course, it's filled with stuff. I don't know. Sometimes I find myself annoying. Okay. Candy, hi. Okay, so if you've got a book, and if you haven't ever gutted a book, you really need to, because I just think it's like one of the most fun things to do. And of course, you have your spine, right? And then you've got this little ridged area. So if you want to so say I wanted to build a journal in here, but I wanted the spine a little bigger than, say, this is probably a half inch. But I didn't want to take the spine off and recreate my own. What you can do is to get a little more width there, is this little gutter area. You just push it. This one's not going to push. So you can push that down so you don't have that little gutter area anymore. Let me see, work that one. So that's normally how your book would look. But then when you push it out, so you gain another 1/4 inch or so. But what you have to do is cut a piece of nice heavy duty chipboard or something like that, cardboard, and measure and glue it in there so it keeps it open. Now I've got this, I just did it maybe a half hour ago. It's probably, and I used my Fabri-Tac because that sticks down really fast. So that it doesn't buy me a lot of extra room, but it buys me some. So I think I'm going to do 3 signatures. And that should hold in there pretty well. Right? Now I don't want a yellow cover. I'm probably going to paint this and put paper or tissue paper or something on there. I'm still thinking on that. Just still thinking. Thinking. So I've got that ready to go. I wanted to build that spine out a little bit. So I'm going to just do a little flip through here so I can see what we have as far as paper. I've got my cutter underneath because I'm just going to sit and cut. I've got some paper pulled out and some other things. I've got some lace at the ready. All right, let's see. You girls are going to try to get together or text. Oh, that's so fun. So fun. All right, so old lace, and I'm just going to go ahead and maybe I'll get my dingly dangly thing out of the way here so I can not be knocking into that. Now, let me know if you want me to pull my camera up. I have a really great system for setting my camera and zooming in and out. I use my hand. So at any moment, if you think I need to be further away or up closer, I can adjust. All right, so this is the paper I'm going to be working with. Now, when I first got into scrapbooking, which really wasn't all that long ago, I mostly just used a scrapbook paper and built my own book. But now I'm into the junk journal-y kind of stuff, right? So I'm just really thinking I'm going to use this paper as an accent in this book that I'm building. And my journals end up usually a little chubbier. I know, right, Julie? I love their paper. And it's a nice weight, it's good quality. Now the hard part about to me about scrapbook paper, especially Stamperia, or I'm personally, my favorite is Graphic 45, although I haven't worked with that in a little while, but I do love their paper. Is trying to decide what side to use. Now, is this a dupe? That's the same. Oh, okay, so the front cover, I really like that. So I was coffee dyeing some lace earlier that I thought I might like to put in the book. And I mean, some of it's, I wouldn't pick it out if I was buying single sheets, but for the most part, it's really nice stuff. The other thing that I find is a lot of times when I go to punch these out, I never have the right size that fits. Of course, I could get out my machine, but I'm not going to do that. Oh, see, now look at this with the gate. I really like that. Okay, Barb, you ready? Julie's going to give you some info. And of course, I'm going to fussy cut some of this stuff. Oh yeah, Ciao Bella. Yes, that is fabulous paper as well. I think I have some Ciao Bella that's like blue and has lemons, yellow and blues. And see, for my one sister, when she sees different pens, different, I'm looking at the word pen, and I'm thinking, pen, poised, and ready to roll, plants. I know what she feels. I'm the same way with paper, fabric, yarn, even though I'm not a seamstress type person. I do like fabric. Now see this one, I like that it's got a little label here of what the different laces are. I don't know if you can see that. Will it clear up? Venice, lion, embroidered, Chantilly. Now I know Barb knows where I'm going with that. Chantilly lace and a pretty face. And then we've got a smaller print here. And this is the back. So that's the old lace. Now I also have the Stamperia music scrap paper. Of course, it's going into the blues. I'm thinking I'm going to do the tan, browns, and pinks. But see, this I might be able to work in because it's got the same color palette here, right? So I'm going to pull that out, and then this one with the music. I'll use a little bit of that somehow. And this has got the blues and greens in it, so I'm going to overlook that. But see, look at this. Of course, I hate to ruin that side. But see, I don't work in 12 by 12 sections. I was never attracted to that type of scrapbooking, the 12 by 12. That's how I started doing the 12 by 12 when my parents were having their 50th wedding anniversary, and that was so many years ago. And these are just some bits that I have left from who knows what pack, maybe that music pack. But see, I like that flower, and it's got some pink in it, so that may come in handy. See, I might be able to use some of that. So I'm just pulling that stuff aside. This might have been from a pack called Spring, which I really like. All right, so I think I'm going to use some of that stuff. And then I purchased another pack that's just backgrounds, but I'm not too sure that I'm going to need that. So I want to measure. Of course, I didn't grab my good ruler. So when I cut my paper, I don't want to come all the way out to the edge. I want to leave some room so I can do some little dingly danglies on the edges of the papers. Oh, Jilly, I didn't realize you started at such a young age. Oh, that's wonderful, honey. Jilly, did you take your phone number out, babe? I still see it on the screen. It might be out already. But if Barb says she's got it, let's get that out. I don't want to do it and rush you. My friend Jean, who lives in Colorado. Oh, I should have told Jean I was coming on. She did all her kids growing up. I mean, and then they moved from Pennsylvania to Colorado. She took all those big scrapbooks with her. I mean, amazing. She's got to have at least 30 or more. That's amazing. And then where do you store them? Heavens, Murgatroyd. Okay, so this is really not a great ruler. Let's see here if I can make sense of it. All right, so a flat out, let me go there too. So I think I'm going to do, say, like 9.5. 9.5 by, I'll do 9.5 by 7. Now, you know I'm going to forget that, so I have to write it down somewhere and hope I remember where I write it. 9.5 by 7. Let me grab a piece of paper that I'm willing to write on, which is, often a struggle. Now, see, already I forgot. 9.5. Yes. Okay, good. Okay, 9.5 by 7. Yeah, maybe it's gone. I just see I'm on StreamYard, so on YouTube it's probably good, but I can't. Actually, I can see them. Let me look at my phone. Okay. All right. So 9.5 by 7. I want to keep that in mind when I go to cut some larger sheets of paper. So I've got my small. Oh, this isn't going to be good. I didn't want to get out my big cutter, but isn't that silly? I forgot this is for. You know what I'll do? See, now, like, this is not going to work because it's too big for the book, but I can probably fold. So I'm going to take scissors and just double-sided. Yeah, I've got all my kids, most of the kids' pictures in little tiny old-timey kind of, I guess the ring binder that holds the little pockets. And I've just got them in there. And I asked my kids, you want any of these pictures? No, not really. I mean, they're just not interested. And this is the trouble with my husband's aunt. Of course, she doesn't understand. She's got all these pictures of her son, my husband's cousin, and he doesn't want them. His wife doesn't want them. His girls don't want them. And she's, the aunt is brokenhearted. Nobody wants all these pictures, but they're all digital people. Everything's digital, and they just don't want this stuff. And I don't want it because I don't know these people. I mean, I know them, but I'm storing my own kids' pictures. I don't want to be storing my husband's cousin's pictures. You know what I'm saying, girls? You know what I'm saying? All right, did I greet everybody that's come in? I think I have. I hope I didn't miss anybody. All right, let's see. Yeah, I have an idea about, I don't want to say, but I have an idea to surprise my sisters. My one sister's birthday is in April, and my youngest sister's birthday is in May. But I thought if I get my surprise, if I get my act together and get my surprise together, I can give it to them for their birthdays. We can celebrate both birthdays at the same time. But they don't usually come to my streams. Well, sometimes Nancy does. Well, Jackie will pop in too, but I didn't want to say to spoil the surprise, but it does have something to do with an album. Okay, so this is not cutting as, but I can trim that up. I just wanted to get some of this stuff trimmed up a little bit here so I know what I have to work with. Now I've got some coffee dyed paper and I'm going to use that, and I pulled out an old hymnal type of book. I'm not sure how stable those papers are. I'm hoping my cutting noise is not driving you bonkers. No bunkers. I'm going to cut out this gal anyway, just in case I decide to use her. My big cutting board, my big cutter would be make more sense, but I don't really have a lot of space here on this desk that I work on. So there you have it. Now I remember watching Lisa, My Eclectic Life, one of her videos, and this has really been a while ago. And she was coffee dyeing or doing something, and she was saying her family really didn't drink coffee. And she mentioned that when she makes a mixture of coffee, that's crooked, to dye paper or whatever in, she doesn't use it all. She keeps it in the refrigerator, which is a great idea because it gets moldy. So I had a bigger container of it, but I'm down to this much of the last batch that I made. And I will tell you, I brought this little pot back from Europe because I thought it was adorable. I had some kind of yogurt or pudding in it that I got in France. And look, I didn't clean off the label glue very well, and it doesn't screw on. It's a little pop one, and okay. Yes, I brought it home from Europe. But see, I'm going to use that, I'm hoping, to do a couple of things. And I've got a bot. Let's see if I'm able to. I don't think I can get. Yeah, I can't. Apparently, they say the bots mess with your algorithm. So, I don't know. Put some alcohol into the coffee. No mold. Hey, all right, Barb. See? She's more than just a good-looking gal, huh? All right, she's got brains. Now, see, some of these are cute too, so I might be cutting some of those. Checked on his house this morning. Meanwhile, he is in Barbados, texting me jokes about. Well, all I can say to that, Jilly, is I wish my dad were still here. So just put up with his nonsense. That's all I gotta say. All righty. I know you're just kidding. Should have gone with him. Okay, I think I want to cut these, but see, I'm going to have to do this either by hand. Yes, I know, rubbing alcohol. I gotcha. Yeah. Although, maybe the Kahlua, which is good. No. Oh, behave. All right, so I want to cut some of these out too. And then I'm going to start folding some pages. So I'm thinking, now if some may be watching on the replay, I think probably most of us that are here. There's 9 of us. It looks like there's 9 of us here. And Barb, I don't know if you know how to get. Do you know how to get a bot? Did you get that one bot that was here? I don't know. They don't seem to. I mean, they're bothersome and annoying. Yes. I still have my mom. She's getting a little loopy. But oh my gosh, we miss our daddy. Whew, we miss him. So I'm going to start cutting, hopefully, my coffee dyed paper and using that really as a bulk of my pages. And I'm thinking, I'm only going to do, well, we'll see how it looks. Because most of my signatures, for me personally, I usually do maybe only, gosh, it's been a while, 5 or 6. I have a book here I started. Let me see. I don't want to puff it up too much. Let me see what I've got in these. Now, this is, of course, a bigger book. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I got 8 in that signature. I'm not sure in this book with that narrow spine I'm going to be able to do that many. So I'll just see. If you could, Barb, if you could report, that might be good. I was in a chat the other day and the gals were saying, about these bots and I was thinking they were just more annoying than anything. And, you don't really see anything, it's all usually a bunch of just gobbledygook and garbage, right? But then the one gal was saying that they interfere with the algorithm. And apparently, if you understand algorithms, which I don't, it's got something to do with YouTube pushing out your videos and getting more folks to see your content and what you're trying to share. I feel like I'm making a little bit of progress with my channel in that regard. Oh, we've got 11 people. Welcome to those who are joining in. All right, so I'm just going to cut a few of these just to kind of give me, an idea, feel, a flow for what direction I'm going to go here. So now the trick is going to be for me to remember where I put my stack of stuff I pulled out that I think I might like to use. All right, so I'm just going to throw those little bits away. I'm going to try not to pay attention. Thank you, Barb. Barb, I need to give you a nickname I like. Rah. Okay. All right, these are some things that I pulled out. Now, because I was thinking pink and tan, I have this little piece of ephemera. Look, I don't know which way my camera is going. Now I like this pocket, but of course it's got a Christmas doodad on there. But I'm going to take that doodad off and put something else there. And I look at her. Isn't she adorable? And that's coming off. The glue is so dry. That's coming off pretty easy. So I thought I might add her in. Sounds like the weather's going through a change. I have these rub ones. I thought that might. Now, if anything goes weird, I'm just throwing stuff on my keyboard. So if I lose you, it's just because I've done something silly. Okay, I've got a coffee stained business reply envelope. I love those. got that. I've got a bit of lace. So I've got this lace, which I coffee dyed this morning. Okay, Jilly. And then I've got some just kind of like an off-white color I might use. And now where is my paper? I pulled out some manila card, some manila folder, and I've got these little bits of, when you take apart a book and you pull the book, this book block out, or the signature block, or whatever they call it, and at the top of the book there's that kind of fabric. Let's see if I have a piece in here. I know you know what I mean. See, I don't read books. I just take them apart. Anyway, on the spine, when you pull out that signature block, there's all this really cool paper. And then at the very top, I don't know if you can see it. See, there's like a little piece of fabric. I love all that stuff. I don't know. I know. So I want to find a way to incorporate that. And I have my little package of crackers here at the ready if I start to feel I need a little snackaroonie. Okay, let's see here. So I've got some avocado dyed paper, which I still can't get over the fact that when you do that, it turns out pink. Some old book pages. Look, the rat's wedding. And I found that. And then these are pages from a little book that's got all different kinds of artwork that I thought I could use as pages. I'm not thrilled about the maternity, but they are just works of art. So of course I have to repair that with some washi to see if I can get that one to work if I use it. And then I found a bit of wallpaper. It's a map, or like a globe, but the coloring works, right? So I pulled that, and then I've got some stuff I haven't really looked at. I think that's too big. That's too big, but if I fold that, I might be able to make that into a pocket. I love pockets. And I know I pulled some coffee dyed paper, but do you think I can see? And that's what I need to start making me pages. Oh, let's see, I have some here. This might work. Yeah, these will work. Looky there, coffee dyed paper. See, I buy all this stuff, right? And then I stick them in envelopes, and then I hoard them, girls. I just hoard them. And I don't want to use them because I just love them so much. I'm a hoarder. But see, look how cute that is. That might work, right? In there. See, I've already got too much stuff that I want to use. Oh, I have a nice square doily. I know I pulled out a square doily. And I've got some... I pulled out a journal page, but it's too tall. But I wonder if this will work. I don't know. I don't know if I can get that to work. We might see if we can get that to work. I don't think I have any journal type pages. Because usually the old-timey journal pages that I like are those tall, skinny ones. I love tall and skinny. Don't judge me, but I do. I've got other fabric and gauze, so I'm good to go. I just have to find my other, here we go. I pulled out a little greeting card. I want to try something. Little bird. See this little bird there? I think he would be a cute page. I like to use different, let's have a look at this. I like to do different size pages and whatnot. This is a Stamperia pack that I just purchased, and it's just backgrounds. I could go for a pickle. I've just got some. I'm not big on Ritz crackers. Like, I love crackers. I love just the saltine crackers. But I can eat Ritz like with peanut butter on it, like you make your own. But when we go to Aldi's, they have their version. I think their version of a Ritz cracker is so much better than a Ritz cracker. All right, let's see, girls. This might be, all this stuff might be a little too funky for an old lace journal, but I just want to see what's in here. That's kind of cool. Too blue. Cool papers though, right? Oh, look at that. Can you see that? I guess they're little flowers. That's a gray background. What I'm calling gray. Yes, it's mostly blue and rust. Oh, look at those pink flowers. Oh, the back side of that's kind of cool. I'm gonna tear that, take that out just in case. Banana PB on toast. I haven't had banana and peanut butter in a very long time. Or fluff. I like fluff. All right, so now here's where the math kicks in, where Lori's brain doesn't really work too well. If you could see the way I have stuff just jammed and stacked around here, you would like to be so funny. So funny. All right, let's put the cover aside. These are my plain. I'm going to have to trim that. Let's put this stuff all aside here and hope my computer doesn't freak out. All right. So I'm just going to get my scoreboard so I have nice, clean creases. And I'm going to have to find more paper, coffee dyed paper. Let's see. But I'm going to see what I have here. All right, so I need 9.5 by 7. So the first thing I'm going to do is just fold this. So I'm going to do 5.5 score. If Lori can find a scoring tool, that would be so great. So great. So great. How great. Ange hasn't been feeling good. What's she doing? Clear broth? I had some clear broth not too long ago, and nothing but soup till they do the surgery, Ange? That's quite, I mean, that's quite a ways away. You know, a lot of times I have a heavy hand when I go to score, and then I tear my paper, so I don't want to do that. This is definitely not enough paper. I know I have a box of paper. Now I pulled that little greeting card out with the bird. See, I still get it crooked. I mean, really, Lori? I mean, I don't want to get into talking about a lot of health things, but I will say I was very sick and ended up in the hospital several years ago. It was like 17 days. But before getting there, I had been, how do you say it nicely? You know, sick for about 5 or 6 weeks. Couldn't keep anything down. Let's just say it that way. And when I finally got to the hospital and then waited in the ER, and then they finally admitted me and got me into a room. This young, whippersnapper, they come in, they went to do all these tests. I'd already had tests done, and well, they don't talk to that testing facility. Just a bunch of, oh my gosh, just a bunch of malarkey. And at this point, I had been ill for 5 or 6 weeks, and I'm a very mild mannered, easygoing person. Okay, I am. But at that point, I'd had it. All right, girls, I'd had it, and I was like on my last nerve. I was concerned, a little scared. Okay, I was a lot scared. And they got results from a test I had done previously, because my husband picked up the disc. But anyway, this whippersnapper comes in. Well, first of all, the first one that came in, he he tore me a new one. And then the next guy that came in, after he looked at some of my tests, he said, well, here's the thing. You're not really sick. There's nothing going on. And what we're going to do is we're going to keep you on a liquid, we're going to let you just eat food, and we'll see what happens. And that's when I said, no, we're not doing that. This is really out of character for me. And that's when I asked to be transferred out of that hospital. All right, so this is a little card with I like the bird because he's brown and white. And there's a little bit of a texture on the front of that card. Of course, it's blank on the inside. And of course, I just got my coffee dyed fingers on there. And I'm thinking I'm going to try to do something with the coffee to dull this down a tad. And I think what I want to do is just grab a big old brush. Let me see if I have one handy. This one will work. Now this is probably going to make a mess, but I'll just mop it up. So I just want to see, you can see that texture coming out. Oh, see, now when I hit that, kind of laid that brush down, it really sucked up that liquid. I might build a pocket or something in here. And then I'm just going to cut down those papers I just folded, and then I'm going to see size-wise how many pages I might. Boy, all this talk about soup's making me hungry. I thought I saw Holly Dalton pop in, but maybe I'm going right over the top of this bird because I want to dull down that background. I kind of just want to keep everything more on the old vintage grungy looking side of things. Now, isn't it funny that one spot won't take the coffee? Lori, have you considered setting a 1-minute delay for anyone coming into chat? I've been to other, Barb, I don't really understand so much about that, and I haven't looked into it, but here's what I think about that. I have a very small channel. I have no regular spot where I am online to do my art. I just pop in wherever I think there's an opening. I'm kind of landing in this time slot thinking it might work for me. And I have so few people, as you can see. I have anywhere, like right now, I have anywhere from 9 to 13 people. And I don't want to turn people off. I'm still trying to build my channel. I don't have, where some folks have 25,000 subbies. I don't. And so, oh, so Holly got the last spot. Thanks, Hol. Um, so I don't want to hinder anybody from coming in. All that to say, I need to do some research and figure out what that's all about, and if really that is would be a wise decision for me to do that. I just, I just can't see it. All right, I'm going to try this real quick. Look at that. Isn't that, this just cracks me up. Like, what is on that card right there in that one little spot? I'm going to take that coffee. I just don't know. Like, that's why I was asking the ladies in that other chat yesterday if the bots are just a nuisance and don't do any damage, why not just ignore them? And that's when the one gal said they affect your algorithm. But then Mary, oh, Paul, I hope you feel better soon. Mary did a little research and she came back in, and I'm not quite sure what she found out. I just don't know. I just don't want to alienate anyone who might want to come in, or is as Janet Nash would say, gently lurking, and have them feel, oh, geez, these people are snobby. And they won't let me talk. And I don't know how that person, like, did they know you're on probation for 1 minute? I don't know. I just don't know. All right, so this little guy, I'm just giving him a head start to let him dry. I'm going to just pop him aside and hope he doesn't get too bent. All right, so see, so I've got to do trimming. So I'm going to get my trimmer back out. Now this is her. Hey, Kyra Arbor, how are you? Nice to see you. Okay, so this is where I'm like really bad at this. And I don't have a decent ruler. I should have grabbed my other ruler while I went. Oy, oy, oy. All right, so this is, what did I say? I wanted 7. Because that's the height of the book. All right, so this is 8.5, so I have to take off 1.5 inches. Oh, that was easy. I'm also take off the 1.5 inches that is crinkled, right? So all the way down to there, and then I know I did 9.5. So this is 11, correct? So 9.5. Another 1.5 inches off of this. Is that how that works? I am so sorry that this is just so. Okay, Ange, I will. Okay, what was I looking up earlier? I was looking up something earlier online. Oh, I'm really drawn in by these things that pop up on my YouTube feed because I watch them, like X Factor or America's Got Talent or some of those. And, this kid is really is Mary here? Hi, Mary. This kid really blew the judges away, so then you keep getting those kinds of things suggested to you, right? So I get looking at some of this stuff, and then I start to see, oh, Lizzie Brewer. Oh, Lizzie Brewer. Lizzie Brewer, I have just got to say this to you because you're here in person and I can say it to you. Oh, see, look, I cut that way too small. But that's okay. I can have different size pages. Lizzie Brewer, first of all, I hope your son's doing okay. And secondly, you are so adorable. You have such a great personality, and I enjoy watching you so much. And you're an absolute delight to watch. And might I add, talented. Okay, there, I said it. I have just been enjoying you very much. All right. So now, see, I should have only taken it off of the one side. So if I do, and I want 1.5 inches, so I really only want like 3/4 of an inch taken off of this. So I want 1.5 inches off of the end. And then I just really want 3/4 of an inch, I think, taken off. So that's a half. This is really, that's an inch there. This is not the best cutter. When I ordered this cutter, I didn't realize it had that guillotine kind of, I don't know if I'm going to like it that way. I'm going to do a 1/2 inch. I can always take more. I can't add it back on. All right, did Lizzie tell us how her son's doing? I'm very interested to know that. Anyway, did I finish telling my story? So I'm looking at these videos. So that's not too bad. Okay. Of X Factor and people singing. And then these things start popping up where people have died that have tried out. Okay. Or people that have died during their audition. Like, okay, that's a tragedy, but really, do people want, like, I was afraid to click on the link. I didn't want to see somebody, dying during their audition. Maybe it's just me, but holy moly. No, thank you. Just saying. No, thank you. All right, that got torn up a bit. My son made it through his surgery just fine, and he is in the process of being discharged. Oh, praise the Lord. Wonderful news. Thanks, Lizzie. Oh, that's great. What a relief, right? Oh. Okay, let's see here. So I'm going to continue, take 1.5 inches off the bottom. I find that if I push my little arm in towards the cutter, it cuts better. I thought maybe, the blade was getting dull, but this is supposed to be one of those never get dull blades. Oh. Don't think that's true. Artie Dar. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. All right, so I've got a few sheets cut here. Now I know I have more. I also have some paper that's got, I didn't get it from Janet Baum. I got it from another gal. But it's like the kind of paper that Janet Baum makes and dyes. I'll show you in a minute. But I don't know if I have any. I should have some pink. Or some coffee or tea stains. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. See, because the other thing is with the scrapbook paper, it's heavy. So that's going to thicken up what I put in my book. So I'm mostly thinking of using the Stamperia paper to accent and decorate pages rather than, let me get some, this is more pinky. more pinky. I just love the sound and crunch of paper. That one's a little lighter weight. Let's see. And I'm kind of a little bit of a goof about having each signature in my journals have similar type pages. Not exactly the same page, but if I have a small page, I want a small page in each journal, each signature. If I have a pocket, I want some kind of a pocket in each signature. I don't know. It's just me. My mother said to me a long time ago, you really should see someone. And I said, oh, well, I have issues, Mom. What can I say? What can I say? Well, I didn't think the scoreboard worked so great. So let me just, now this is even harder to fold because it's real crunchy. And probably if I heated that up a little bit, it would. Okay, what's tonight? Tonight's Tuesday night. Is Mary coming on somewhere? All right, I'm going to take this down, and then I'm going to see what I want to do here signature-wise. I'll just cut one of these real quick, and I'm doing a 1/2 inch on that. Okay, so let me, no blood, Ange. Good so far. Woohoo! All right. So now I think maybe I want this facing out. Oh, it's Wednesday. That's right. It's Wednesday. Thanks, Mary. Usually, Rosemary is on. So let's do that. And I wanted to put in one of these little, let's see, Lori, I'm just asking her because I don't know when she comes on. Oh, well, you know what, Ange? It's a lot to, I was going to print off earlier and I didn't. A calendar page, like just one for the desk, you know, that just has blocks and just has the days a week, and put everybody in there because I can't keep them, I can't keep everybody straight. All right, I like this little T, but I'm thinking that's gonna stick out a bit. If I trim that off, I think I can work that with some washi tape to make that work. So I'm going to put that in there. My little card is still drying. Let's see what else I have here. That's different. I know somewhere I pulled out a piece of, oh, I've got my business reply. So let me just, I'm going to fold that in half to create a little pocket. I'll be rearranging these differently, I'm sure. Just digging through some of the stuff here. Oh, they're not, Ange? They switched you? You have to wait till February? My hairstylist, the same thing happened to her. She was scheduled to have a hysterectomy January 12th. And so I gave it a few days and then I sent her a message because I was praying for her. And she wrote back that they moved her as well. They moved her to, I think, February 1st or something like that. All right, I think I am going to cut this paper. But I'm only going to cut off the bottom. I want to fold it so, let's see. Am I driving you crazy? See this, but this is how I work. If I do it that way, see, and then I can make this come in this way and kind of make a pocket. And then I still have all that cool stuff on that page, right? And I think what I'm going to do is make this a little shorter, maybe cut it there, and then I can use this other little portion as another page. So let me do that. Okay, now I think I do want to use a little bit of my Stamperia paper just to give myself a little variety and some color. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages in the signature. Now let's just see here. Okay. You know, the other part of my problem is I don't want to get out my big cutter. And I don't cut straight. See, I don't measure much. I like to eyeball stuff. I know, not a good habit to get into, but I can always straighten it up. Doesn't have to be exact. So I'm going to just rough cut this. It's just paper, right? Just paper. And then I always am trying to be mindful if there's writing on it, because I generally get that upside down because it doesn't always look right to me. Chris Shuck, how are you? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a little bit. Hope you're doing okay. All right, let's see if I fold that. I fold that right about there. I'm going to line that up with my straight edge, not the edge that I butchered. I think I want to have a pocket there because that's just so pretty. So pretty to me. So I'm going to go. Now, as I'm thinking about my cover, I'm thinking I want to maybe paint that some kind of a brown, and then look for some kind of a napkin, and maybe put some journaling paper, not journaling paper, some ledger paper. All right, so now that'll fit in pretty good. I have to trim off the bottom, so I want this to be about 7 inches. Of course, my cutter's only 6, right? And I'm not good at eyeballing the measurement, so I want to cut off this part of it. So that's about a 1/2 inch. Let's do it. And I think that's right about there. You've been bonding napkins today. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Sounds interesting though. All right, so I've got plain there. Put that in there. And then I try to think, see, look, I got that upside down. Oh, I've got the whole thing upside down. Hello. All right, so now I've got that back right side up. I'm going to put this here. Are you ironing it? Are you ironing the napkins and bonding them onto like cardstock or something? I wonder how bad it would look if I did this on the outside. There we go. Wait a minute. Hold the phone. Might trim that pink down. All right, so I think that's going to be my one signature. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pages. And if I put that in here, and I think by the time I get 3 of them done and then put stuff on the pages, that'll be good. All right, so that's going to be signature number 1. So I'm going to put that aside, and then I'm going to pull out those other pages that I folded, if I can find them. Oh, please pardon my reach. All right, so this one I kind of damaged that corner, but once I get in there and start. Okay, yes, Lori, Recreations by Brooke did it a few years ago, and I love the process. I have ironed on. Are you using the like plastic wrap, Barb? Yeah, I really like the ones I did too. Really, really cool. All right, so I'm going to have this. I still have to work with those. And then I'm going to put in this little bit of ledger paper because I don't want to waste. I don't want to waste it. So we'll figure out and put that in somehow. And then I need a piece of pink. I did fold a piece of plain pink. That might be nice if I can. I've I've got a mess going on here, girls. A mess. I know I folded and cut. I don't think I used the plain pink. This guy's taken forever to dry. I used to have a light over my desk that was really a light for a fish tank, which was really cool because then I could put stuff on top of it and it would dry like in really just a couple of minutes. That guy's not drying so well. Now I have a piece of this wallpaper. I could use that. And then let me pick out a piece of, yes, you're using the cling film. Yeah, it is really cool. I don't want to put everything in here short. I think I want something a little lighter. Every time I say a word or something, it reminds me of a movie or something that I've watched. Just a crazy brain. You know, trying to decide where to cut. Oh, you know, I don't keep up with, I didn't watch Brooke regularly, but now that you say that, yeah, I haven't seen her on the tube. Oh. Well, if anybody knows and can let us know what she's doing, that would be great. All right, so I'm cutting off that fringy bingy part there. And I'm going to fold it here and then line this up with my straight edge. And then I want to think about cutting little divots or little thumb holes or things like that. See, the problem is, it's not a problem. The thing is, I'm trying to work around using just my small cutter instead of getting out my big cutter because I just really don't have room. Just don't have room on my desk. So I'm going to cut this one about here. I'm eyeballing it. I'm eyeballing. Okay, so this is like 4.5, and 4. She did a stream about a month ago and said she has a wonderful medical team, but it's a slow process. Oh my. I didn't realize. Oh my. Okay. So that's 9. I can always, that'll be 10. I can always trim. Can't put back on, right? I might leave it at that. Okay, so my writing there is right side up. I'll put those in like that for now. And I'm going to I think I'm going to cut this more like in half. might leave that long just in case I want to make a pocket or a little tuck spot or something. So I'm going to leave that long so that sticks out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I have 5 in the last one or 6? See, I don't remember anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, I've got the attention span of a gnat. So I need one more of something in here. And this, maybe this little bird could go on that one. I'm just going to put that there so he could dry. He's not drying very well. And then what, is that all I have under there? Okay, so then let's trim another pink, I think. I think it was 1.5 inches that can come off here. Maybe she's not sharing everything too. Maybe, you know, she wants a little privacy. All right, I'm going to go with the 5, maybe 4 3/4. 4 3/4. Should probably take a drink of my drink. A drink of my drink. All right, now let's see what else we got here. See, that I can't make a page. That I can. These have a bunch of cutouts. That I can't use in that particular case. Let's see, I've got to look at both sides. That's got blue. That's got blue. Well, here in, oh my. Oh dear. All right, so this is pretty cute. So let me use a piece of this. Let's see. I think I like the bottom part of it better. And that will look okay on its side. So let's see. I'm going to fold it right about there. This is really willy-nilly doing a journal like this. But it should turn out okay. Of course, I'm not going to get it done today. But I should have cleared off and put my cutter on the table here where I have my sewing machine. But I know I'm going to want to use my sewing machine at some point as well. So there's that, as they say. Okay. Yeah, you guys are going to have your own secret language. All right, now I just want to get a couple of these. And I can always, you know, as you could as well, if you were working on a project like this, you can always add pages. You can always take pages away and change and switch things up. I don't know if I want a second one of that. after I said, you know, I like to duplicate what I have in each section. I know I folded more coffee dyed paper, but I'm just not finding where I put it. Up, and lo and behold, there it is. Da, 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 da. All right, so I'll put that in the middle. And I'm late on pages here. I did like that one ledger paper I had. Let's see. If I cut a ledger paper, like a long skinny one, then I can use a piece of that to decoupage onto the front of my, oh, how about a dictionary page? No, it's too wide. See how much, because I'm making it smaller, a lot of this stuff just doesn't work. Because like a dictionary page, to me, that's a little different than, so here's a rat-a-tat-tat doily, paper doily. I had a really nice square paper doily. I don't think I want a zip code page. Please pardon the rustling of my paper. I do apologize. And I'm trying to think of the colors and, like, you know, lacy stuff. So it kind of works together. It's not a total junk. Oh, there it is. I see it. I see it. I see it. Look how cute that is, right? Let me get that. And then let me get a page of this. Because even if I cut this, I think this might work. Okay, what am I missing here? I don't know what ASMR means either. Gosh, I gotta get with it. I am like so not with it. All right, so I'm gonna fold this very gently. And I'm gonna put that in my little oh, look, girls, I think it might be a little too big. I'm going to have to see how that goes. Because I see if you cut that, I think I'm going to fold it. What if I fold it and then fold it? Like a, like fold and like make a pleat kind of a fold. So if I fold that way, and then I fold it this way. Autonomous sensor meridian response. Oh, geez, I don't even know what that is with the words. Heavens. Thankfully, my children take after my husband. I got a little bit more going on for them in the brain cell area than their mother. Okay, so I made a little pleat. I'm going to have to just glue that down. I mean, that's a little shallow pocket, but that's okay. Sensory, not censor. Doesn't matter. Okay, had to have a sip. All right, Jilly. I wish I had Wish I had another little dog. I have only one now. I'm missing my other dog. Well, really, I'm just missing the one. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but they're kind of boring pages, aren't they? I think I need this. That's way chubbers. So I'm gonna cut off a piece of this. I really wish I could get a puppy, but my husband's really against getting another dog. Because the dog we have now, I don't really think she's going to last too much longer. She's got some issues too. And see, they were all about within a year of each other age-wise. And you know how it goes. All right, so if I put a new fold in the ledger, like if I eyeball this, see, where's my, and I put a fold here. Oh, look, that didn't hold up very well. It didn't crease very well. Can you see it's like kind of broken? Well, it is a 1934 page. See, what I was thinking is if I did that, then I could fold this in and make it a pocket. All right, so that's basically it. This is still it. My card is still damp, and I just don't want to sit here forever and try this. So I think I'm going to add that to one of these. So let's just see where we are as far as the chubbiness of what I want to put in there. I think once I get some stuff in there, 3 is going to be plenty for my signatures. So now what I like to do is when I get to this point, this is where, for me, the fun begins. I love to ink things and decorate. Make pockets and tucks and tags. Pockets and tucks and tags. Oh my, bye Angie. Take care, honey. Might probably see you somewhere a little later. All right, so I've got my blending tool. And let me see if I can find my vintage photo ink. And then, oh, this is going to be a problem. See, because I have everything. I need some kind of a, you know, like, what do they call it? Like a punch. I need a punch that's just like a half circle or even a circle. But see, I have all of them in my bottom drawer of my I envy people that can stay organized and not have things. Oh, yeah, look at that. I forgot about that. And not, look, girls, I found my other paper. I want to see if I can get into the bottom of my filing cabinet here because that's where I have my punches. I've got a butterfly punch, but that's not really. helpful to me for this project. And I think I just need to sneak in there. I think I can grab one real quick like a bunny. So this might work. Oval. An oval might work. Let's see how that looks. I can be flexible, right? Let's see here. Oh my goodness, we're down to 9. I've chased them away, I'm afraid. Okay, why are we paying Barb the big bucks? Because she's a genius? Okay, let's put this stuff aside. All right, so when I make a little pocket, like I'm going to make a... Should I bring you down a little further? Is that too close? So when I have a page like this and I want to make a pocket, I like to make a little divot here. And then I like to ink, so I'm going to do that because that's going to be glued down. That's going to really be close as far as a pocket when I open that up, isn't it? I think I'm going to trim that, girls, because I think I want to have more room to be able to tuck cards in and out. Although I really do like that flower, I'm going to give it a little trim. I should be able to use that little piece of paper. In fact, I think I can use it right here somehow. Okay, so then let me make another little divot. Lizzie came on? Oh, okay. All right, so I like to ink as I go. Yes, I remember the Gong Show. I like to ink my edges. I did just load up one of my ink pads here because they were really starting to get low on ink. But I don't think I ever put enough in them. And I'm going to just smudge this up a little bit more. Now I have this little bit here that I just cut off. And that might look cute like that too. So I'm going to just go ahead and maybe I want it in a little bit. So I'm just going to snip, and I'm going to save those little bits because it matches. And I might be able to use that in building a cluster. And I got that, of course, a little crooked. I really can't cut straight. All right, well, I'm open to suggestions as far as trying to find a good time to come on, like to try to find a regular spot. But my goodness, our community is growing so quickly. It's really hard to find a spot. Okay, now what I'm thinking is if I want to put this on this page, it really doesn't stick out too much, right? So maybe I need a little doily or something underneath there. Or perhaps, see, if I put lace, let's see, that's an idea too. Let's see, let's put some lace. If I put lace, You have to think about if you're going to slide things in and out. Like if I want this as a belly band, things have to slide in and out. So it has to be smooth. Oh my goodness. See, I just picked up a bag of stuff and it was the wrong end and the bag is not, of course, shut. So everything just went cattywampus. Cattywampus, I will say. Do you say that in Canada? Cattywampus. Nope, 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 nope. Let's see. So I just wanted to be able to Thursday morning, well, it depends on what time of the day, but Mary is on early, so she comes on 4:30 Central, and after her, Kathy Berger's Tuesday, Thursday afternoon is Kathy Arbor, and Thursday morning, okay, Scrap Chick is Friday. Oh, we used to watch Lawrence Welk too. My neighbor's still watching Lawrence Welk. In fact, she has a neighbor that calls her and tells her about Lawrence Welk is on. Okay? So what do you think about that? This might still be too dark. I'm just thinking I need a little something under here to kind of set that off a little bit, but maybe I'm overthinking it. I can always add. So let me ink this. And I think because the book cover itself is square, I'm going to leave my pages, my page corners square. My grandmother used to watch Larry Ferrara, I guess that's how you say it. And, oh, maybe, is that too much of a, oh, maybe I should go that way, girls, and put a little pocket on the front this way. And she used to watch, oh, who was the cook? Julia Child. And my grandmother used to get such a riot out of the fact that Julia Child would just scrape everything off her counter and it would hit the floor. Now, I generally use wet glue. I use Mod Podge as a glue because that works for me. Doesn't work for outside surfaces for me because it doesn't really dry completely. But I've really had a lot of luck with it as far as gluing stuff down. Now let's see. The question is, which one of these little glue bottles has glue that's going to come out and not have Galloping Gourmet? No, he was too, my grandma was too old for that. I'm old, Barb. Yeah, I'm not even sure she was still with us when the Galloping Gourmet. I remember him though. I used to watch him. Graham Kerr, the Galloping Gourmet. Well, we used to crack up because Larry Ferrari played the organ. We would say Larry Ferrari, but it might be Larry Ferrara. And my grandmother just got a hoot out of the fact that he polished his fingernails with a clear polish so you could, see them and they look nice on the keyboard. Christine G, hello, hello. How are you? Nice to see you. Okay, so I'm going to do a little pocket there. think I want a little lace, maybe at the bottom of this page, of this. See, I might stitch that on, girls. Wouldn't that look cute stitched on? If I stitch that on, my machine is here, but of course I don't have the right color thread in there. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stitch that on. And then I'm going to come in here and glue I'm going to glue just my top edge. And then my bottom edge. Of course, I'm holding my paper funny. So that'll be a nice little tuck spot, right? I love these little bottles that have the little long metal neck because I can put a little tiny. This is called Old Lace, Christine. Let me see. I have the outside cover here somewhere. I can show you what it looks like if I can find it in my menagerie of mess. There we go. Old Lace. And okay, so then my next page, and I want to make sure I leave some for journaling, because to just be honest with y'all, I don't make a lot of these journals and then keep them myself. I don't journal. I'm like an art journal person. I'm not like a word journal person. So I have, since my trip, I've had my Etsy shop closed down, but I'm going to open that up again as soon as I get a few new things to put in. You're quite welcome. And so I want to leave something for journaling. Now I'm going to do some stamps and stuff too. Hey, Ree, nice to see you. Hope you're well. And now when I do this little, I want this to be able to open so somebody could tuck things in, right? So I have to think about this, because if I stitch this signature, or when I stitch it in the book, or if I stitch them individually and then glue them in, however I decide to work that part of the project, I need to allow for this to be able to open freely. So I think, I haven't done it in a while, but I think I just want to snip this. And then I think what I want to do is just kind of angle it somehow. Now from coffee dyeing these, a lot of the glue, you know, comes undone. She's come undone. Do 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 do. Now, ouch! I just stuck that pin in my hand. Let's just be wise. Let's just be wise. And I'm going to put some glue here so that it adheres back down. And just trying to decide how I want, like when you do boxes or envelopes and corners and stuff, you do just like a little wedge. But I want that to be able to lift up. I want that to come down that way. All right, what else do we have in this paper pack? I wonder, did anybody see any words? I don't know that there were any words in this paper pack. Or like a little, let's see, a little doodad. Or I could put lace. Obviously I could put lace. Certainly I could put lace. Let's see. I'm just wondering, Well, this I could do sideways. Let me just fussy cut this one out. Barb, you amaze me. I am so impressed that you knew who that was. I mean, I have no idea who any of these groups are. I mean, I just have been singing these songs for years from all different artists. I have no clue who anybody is. And even though you tell me that, I will not remember that tomorrow. It's amazing to me that there are people like you that can retain all this information. All right, I'm just using because anytime I try to fussy cut around those corners, I'm just not happy about it. Just not happy about it. All right, so that fits, that would fit okay there. Or okay, not liking that. Maybe I could find something to go in behind that. Maybe I want to decorate this side. Put a little postage stampy thing on there. Wouldn't it be nice to be so organized that you knew where all your stamps were when you wanted to use a stamp in a project? Wouldn't that just be swell? Girls. All right, of course I got out this big. I just want to take a little off. Boink. All right. So if I put that here, I definitely need something there. Now, I do know that I have a box of different kinds of stamps that I think will work here. I might pull out a couple other things I see that might work as well. There's a little itty bitty one, little itty bitty one. I have little tiny, here we go, I think, well, it's not so tiny. Don't want that one. You know, I'm wondering if I can just cut that off of, You know, I just hoard this stuff. I've had these forever, and I can't bring myself to use one. I mean, that's just so sad. I mean, they're just sitting in a box. Paris. Paris is always a good idea. Okay. See, I like the crinkly cut edges. I have a particular eye. I'm not liking the way that looks. I think I need a smaller bit. See, this is the other part. See, I like the idea of that. have no idea. I think that's a heart. Oh, you know what might look good? When using envelopes like those, I actually find it amusing just to leave it. Yes, I do often leave it, and probably part of it will be left alone. But I also do like things peeking through those windows. Perhaps we shall build a little cluster on the corner. Oh, bot number three, number three, number three, bot number three. Twiddly-dee, twiddly-dee. Okay. I've got to get rid of some of this. I'm going to just, for now, I'm going to wedge it. I'm just going to wedge it. So it'll just lay down. And they're flat. Thank you, Holly. All right, so if I put a little piece of this, we might just end up with a cluster. Ba-da-ba-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Ba-da-dee-dee-dee-dee. She's come undone. I turned my hot glue gun on. My hot glue gun is my friend. Did anybody catch Anne's? I guess, I don't know if she was part of the hop or I don't know. It all runs together. But she was using a hot glue gun. And she was loving it. I love my hot glue gun. I use it all the time. All the time, I tell you. All right, let's get a piece of gauze. I like this fabric. Zena, hello, hello. My goodness, how are you? I was lurking last night, Zena. I was watching you do your gnome. He turned out cute. Cute little gnome. Okay, and then where's that lace? I just had, go on a little piece, a little snippy of this. Just one, it almost looks like a little eyeball. I always have to remember to recap my and I like my fabric to have frayed edges if at all possible. Oh, I usually am not ready for a nap until really too late in the evening, but they are wonderful, especially when you get in a real comfy spot, right? Yeah, he did turn out cute. Cute little gnome. This is my little gnome. This is my felted gnome. He's like a craft room mascot. I keep him up on the shelf. Okay, so I think that looks okay, but I need some kind of a button, of course. I need a button, and I want something flat, button-wise. Let's see if I can grab something flat. That's very white. I'm not sure I want that very white. I wonder if I can put some alcohol ink on there. All right, Barb says, I was only able to stay for a short while as Ines. Oh, yeah. As I had to hit the hay. Ah, now there is a dedicated fib. A dedicated fib. We appreciate you, Barb. That's for darn sure. Okay, let's see. I need a piece of, oh, here we go. Let's just use this. And I'm going to use a cotton swab. I just want to knock back that white, bright white look. So this is just a little bottle of alcohol ink. The color is Latte, and it's a Ranger product if anybody is interested. I don't know if it'll clear up for you. There we go. Sweet spot. And I'm not sure that I will buy the latte color again. I think I would. This has a lot of yellow in it. I might like to choose something a little more brun, but it works, and it's really great for making tape that looks old. Now I'm just grabbing a little piece of twine because I like my buttons to have something in them. And I like twine, or jute, if you will. And I generally need to use my heat gun. I still have not found, I said this in another stream too, I still have not found my French script stamp. I don't know what in the world I did with it. Ugh. Struggle. Of course, I'm thinking I want to stamp on this. Just ever so lightly. This could all go wrong right here. I've got this stamp. I have no idea where this is from either, but it's kind of like a lacy, looking kind of, oh well, I'm just going to do it. It is what it is. Just, to take away the blankness. So you can't really tell. It's very subtle. And I'm just going to take my hot glue and start gluing down some of this jazzerazzer. I think I wanted maybe to have that tucked under. Not a fan of the hot glue strings, I'll tell you that. Let me see. All right, so now I have my little piece of twine. Sometimes I have to, unwind this because it's a little too thick. Some of the buttonholes are a little small. So I'm just gonna take that apart. Now this is one with 4 holes. So I think I want my strings to hang out the bottom. Let's see if I can figure this out. I think I did it. And then in here, this lifts up. Now let's see. If I put that, would that look weird, do you think, if I decorate this frame and put on one of these to help, to help you lift up that flap? Thanks, Ina. Do you think that would be, weird? I could also use this like for the edge of one of the pages for, a page turner. Or perhaps if you move your glue gun in a circle motion after you lift off the area, place it. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Sometimes I twirl. I don't always twirl. Barb, what do you think about this? Using this as to lift up one of the flaps. What do you think about that, kid? What do you think? What do you think about it? Are you making dinner, hon?
I'm just doctoring up boxed macaroni and cheese and making scrapple.
Okay. All right, so Lori doesn't cook. So I want it right like that. Oh, you know what? I think this is a sticker. Isn't that something? I think it's a sticker now that I went and chopped it all up. So I'm going to put glue now. Maybe I'll go that way. Yeah, audition it. I'm just not sure, Barb. Just not sure. Well, it'll dry clear. Clear. I have a sick mind. I have a sick, sick mind. All right, I'm going to let that dry for a few seconds, if you will. All right, now where's the rest of my... Where's the signature that I'm working on? Okay, so I've got that. I've got this. I want to make sure I put this somewhere. Yes, Cena, she's sassy. Sassy! All right, so here's the deal with this. So I've got these cute pages. Of course, these are very white. So I don't know. Maybe I'm not wanting to use this. Let me see if I can smudge it up at all. You like it? You would go for it? Okay. See, I don't want anything too bright or in your face because everything else in the book, with that paper pack and the coloring. And then I'm thinking if I put, well, maybe I'll just trim this and line these up, right? Because these pages hang out. There goes a button. Button down, button down. Does anybody here crochet or knit? I'm usually a knitter, but I've been sitting at night crocheting, and my neighbor gave me some hand-me-down scraps. Like I was saying to Holly, yarn scraps, but they're really like just partial ball, like a partial skein, I should say, I guess. And it's very soft cotton, which a lot of times the cotton, the stuff that the gals make. You crochet, Ray? Okay. So I'm like hooked on granny squares. I don't know. I can't stop making them. I don't have any reason for making them. They go quick. I can sit there and do a couple. I mean, if I put them together to make anything, it's going to be hideous. Like none of the. I said to my sister and my niece. My niece started out crocheting, and now she's really, really more doing the knitting rather than crocheting. See, now if I trim that off just a little, I might get away with it. They both like granny squares too. I don't know. Like I said, I'm really mostly a knitter, but I've been really hooked on these granny squares. I'm really not a fan of the crocheted dishcloths because if you do knit or crochet and you've worked it all with the that cotton, it really is. For me, it's like really thick. I like a thinner rag, but a lot of people really like them. All right, let's see if I can. Now I would like to use my cellophane tape there, but I don't think that's going to hold up. So let's see if I have any washi that's going to work with my coloring in this journal. I mean, I have tons of washi, but I just don't have all of it pulled out. You're really not going to see a lot of it because it's going to be stitched. I don't think that's wide enough. I think I need something wider. Yeah, I guess at the very least I could throw them all in a basket or something and use it for decoration, right? I mean, I've been having fun. All right, I have some plain. This is this might work. This is I believe a Jane Davenport product where she has washi tape. It's not shiny. It's got a flat surface and you can write on it. See, look, other washi tape stuck to it. Isn't that annoying? But if I do that, then I can either stamp on it. Do you think people would buy them, Ray? That's an idea. Could be right. I don't know. How about that? I never would have given that a thought. Never, ever. Okay, let's see here if I can get this separated. All right, Jilly. Thanks, Sonny. Thanks for coming in. I'm not going to be here too much longer. I'm hungry for some victuals. All right, let's see. Oh, sure. Well, this is going to be off a little bit. Well, it is what it is. It's not going to be perfect. It's a journal, right? It's a creative expression. It's not a store-made book. So, I'm just going to have to be happy with it. We got a naked baby there. Naked baby. My daughter used to always do that with my granddaughter and my grandson when she was changing their diaper or getting them ready. Oh, I love potatoes. Potatoes are my favorite thing to eat. And she would stand the baby up with the diaper on. Naked baby. I love little people. I love little people. All right, I'm going to grunge this up. I have two great nephews now. And they're just so sweet. Two great nephews and two grandbabies. Of course, they're not babies anymore. Where did I? Oh, there it is. I have a trash can right under me, and I just forget to throw the stuff in there. Let's see how this works now. It still sticks out quite a bit. So that's going to have to be trimmed or folded. Now I cut a bit off and I put them right next to each other and added that tape. I didn't think it hung out that much, but obviously it did. So we'll think about that. Oh boy, I hear you, Zena. I mean, I remember a long time ago, what's her name? Paula Deen, when she was on cooking. I always liked watching her show. Anyway, she said she'd get out of her deathbed for a potato. I'm like, girl, I am right with you. I don't know. I think I'm just going to hang on to that and see if that's where I want to use it. All right, now the other thing I'm thinking, of course, is lace on the edge of pages. So I'm going to do that. Of course, I'm going to stitch this on. I'm going to unearth my sewing machine and get the right color thread in there. So I'm going to put that on that. That'll have to be trimmed. I think I kind of like that. Maybe to turn the page. Okay, Barb, I'll look. I'm not on there all the time, but I will look. I definitely think, okay, cool. I'm glad you told me. Oh, does she, Christine? Oh, I'll have to check. I did like watching her, and then of course when she said the potato thing, and then she mentioned what time she was doing. She was dipping like French fries. I don't know what kind of journal. I just had this paper. I was cleaning up my room, Zena, and hey, Dana. Hi. I hope you're feeling better. Um, and I wanted to just do something with this old lace Stamperia paper. So I'm just kind of winging it. So basic, probably a little more romantic looking with lace, but a little bit of junk on the side. I don't know. Anyway, Paula Dean was dipping French fry potatoes in mayonnaise. Woo! Love that. That's really good if you haven't ever tried it. Of course, you have to like mayo. My son in law doesn't like mayo. Okay, so Dana says, I am, thank you. I'm home on, I don't know what O2 is on, but so much better. Oh, that's good. So you're making some improvement. Oh, that's good to hear. Glad to hear that, Dana. Wonderful. Okay, so I think I'm going to fold this out this way. And that can be another little tuck. Another little tuck. And I'm going to put a little glue at the top and the bottom. Creative Trish. Hello, hello. Yes. Keep praying for Dana and for the others in our community for sure that are not well or have had some life altering things occur. I hate covering up that little date sold thing, but I think this is a little more practical if I put that. Now, this is a 1934 piece of, oh no, this is different. This is an old grocery ticket from, this is 1897. Girls, I didn't realize. Okay, I think I'm going to do a pommes frites. Yes, French fries from Belgium. Okay, they had special sauce for the fries, all mayo based. Oh, I bet. Oh, I don't think there's a way you can make a potato that I wouldn't like, to tell you the truth. I mean, I'm just a potato freak. Oh, that's wonderful to hear, Dana. Yeah, we get attached to our fibs for sure. I think if I put a little bit of oh, I have yes paste. I don't know if I want to get that tub out. I just want to put a little glue or something so that I remember that I want to stitch this onto this page. That's probably not going to stick down too quickly. I take a little bowl, put mayo on the side, and run the fry down the middle. Oh, baby. See, my son-in-law likes, what's that other one that we have in the States? Oh, that's not going to stick. I guess I could use a paper clip. Oh, my father-in-law liked it too. It's a sweet for salad dress. Is it salad dressing? I'm not thinking. I don't think it's not salad dressing. No, it's not. Oh, oh goodness. Poutine, Barb. My sister and brother-in-law bought a house several years ago now up in the Adirondacks on a lake. It's like a vacation place, right? So the first time I went up to visit and stay for a couple of days. My sister said, "We're going to take you out. We're going to get some poutine." And I'm like, "What?" Oh my goodness. Mind blowing. Mind blowing. Okay, so that's going to go in there. I'm going to stitch that on there. This is real lightweight, this old paper here, so I don't know about gluing anything on there. I think I might need a little bit of gauze under here. I like Irish potatoes too with onions and ketchup. It's probably a typo. Oh, mashed. Mashed potatoes with onions and ketchup. We do ketchup on mashed potatoes when we eat our sauerkraut. Miracle Whip. Christine, thank you so much. Yes. I'm not a, my father-in-law would say, I'm a Miracle Whip baby. And ooh, not for me. I'm a mayo girl. All right, this is where I wish I had my French script stamp so I could put some text on there. And then I had another little okay, let's see here. I kept some stuff out that I wanted to use, but I don't know if this will work. Maybe I could do a test. This is one of those I don't feel like I love poutine. Oh, I guess. Oh, I'm surprised you know about poutine. That's amazing. Oh, I got it. Oh, up north. Okay. Um, this goes into a little handle, a Stampin' Up thing, but I don't feel like dragging out my handle. So let me see if I can just get a little bit on here to decorate this. Oh, I could put a paintbrush or something through there. I wonder if that would be better. Let's see here. I'll give it some kind of little color. Yeah, the poutine up near, well, they are really not too far from I guess, the Canadian border. And, oh my gosh, it's so good. But there again, they're talking potatoes. Okay, that worked pretty good. That's not too bad. Let me see if I can shake out some, I think I'd like to use well, I'm going to use the hot glue on the corner here. think I want to grunge up my page. The guest room is waiting. Oh, that sounds like a pretty good offer. Ah. Oh, you know what I was going to try? Let's see. What do I have here? Wonder if that's too. That's probably going to fall apart. And I have a bit of lace here. I'm just wondering how much of a pattern you would see if I put this lace down. Not too bad. It's always so warm where Hall is. Let's see. See, once I get going and doing stuff, I start getting a little off track here. Let's just see. I talked to my son for a little bit today, and I'm like, I wish we were back in Europe. He's like, well, I don't all the time, but the other day I kind of did. Yeah, I don't think I have enough. You can punch a hole and hang a little. Yeah, that's true too. But this paper that I'm using, I don't know that it would support a dingly dangly. I think I'd have to do that maybe on one of my Stamperia pages. Well, this isn't working too well. See, I get. Oh, Burger King has it on their menu up there. Oh, when Brian and I first got to see, that's gonna rip my page. Even that paper clip's gonna rip that page. When Brian and I first got to Europe, we were hungry, and we stopped. The first place we found in Switzerland, which was a McDonald's. And they pretty much everything that we have. Their chicken tenders were a lot better than what we have in the United States, quality-wise. And but they had pastries. They had a little pastry window with all kinds of pastries. And the price of food in Switzerland was outrageous. It cost us 36 euro for a little thing of chicken tenders, French fries. He had a little donut that was really that big. I got a piece of cheesecake and a hamburger. And I think I drank water that I had, and I think he got a drink. 36 euros. Wowzer. Okay. Now I'm just trying to. That looks better, I think. All right. I'm coming down to the end of this bottle of Fabri-Tac. And it's not easy to always shake out. Earlier, I used this on the spine to put that extra board in the spine of my book. And I took the whole cap off so I could get it. I don't think I'm going to get it. I hate to open a new one. I don't want to throw out what's left in here. July 1st and July 3rd. Barb, have you always lived in Canada? If you ever feel like coming to Jersey, I got a room. I got a room. Mm, guess I'm just gonna do the hot glue, girls, because I'm fighting with this. If I don't cap it correctly though, and I put it upside down, see, then it all leaks out and you waste your glue anyway. See, I'm a real nudge about um, wasting my product. Not a nudge. I'm cheap. Let me see if that works. Okay. I've got to go get some dinner myself. Let me put it this way. All 28 years. Oh my gosh, what a youngin'. What a youngin'. Who knew you were such a spry little thing? Spry. I got some leakage there. Ow, 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 ow. Well, I'm going to head out, girls. Let me just show you here what I've got for this signature so far. I'm going to do 3 signatures in my book because it's a small book. And I'll be rearranging these pages because I'm not sure I like that set up there. And I had 5. Let me see if I have 5 now. I don't know if I do. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm missing something. My pink. Oh, there we go. I had 6. I had 6. All right. Thanks, Barb, for being here. I appreciate it. So I'm going to rearrange. I'm going to arrange these differently, but this is the idea. And my pink page has to be trimmed. And then I've got my little artist page. I'm not sure what I'm going to do there. But this is a work in progress, as you can see. So we put the pages together. I've got all 3 sections pretty much, the pages. I worked on my cover as far as making the spine wider. Just I'm going to paint and decorate. And signature 1's going to kind of look like this. But I've got other stuff to do. This pink page I'm going to trim down. It's a little kind of in your face, I think. I might even knock that pink back a little bit with some of the ink. Okay, thanks, Dana. All right, girls, that's it for me. And those who might be watching afterward, don't forget to subscribe, like, share. I'd appreciate that so much. Everyone, thanks for being here. Holly, Barb, I appreciate you modding for me. Dana, glad you're doing well. And Lizzie was in. Her son made out well with his procedure. So all that's good for those in our community. Keep them in your prayers and thoughts for sure. And as I like to say, take time to be creative and enjoy the journey. Bye. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye. Bye, Zena. I've got to wake up my mouse. There's a mouse in the house. Oh, thanks, Artie Dar.